Hey guys, I'm doing another questions and answers segment where I answer your questions that you asked in the previous video. Since I did get quite a few questions on my first my first answers video, so the video that was called Answers to Your Questions Part 1 of 2. I did get quite a few questions on that one, so I'm going to start with those questions. And in this video, I'm going to try to keep the parts, in this session I'm probably going to try to keep the parts a little more bite-sized, so they're not like a half an hour long. That was kind of a mistake last time. Anyway, about the questions and answers segments, this is probably the last one I'm doing on this channel, simply because if you guys haven't heard it, I'm doing a new channel for all my vlogs, and that's where my next questions and answers segment is going to go on as soon as it's up. So yeah, I just want to get that out there. Okay, so let's look at the questions here. I have looked at them before, and I wanted to first actually start off with a couple of the reactions to what I said. First of all, I believe I said rock music is emotional, and one guy said rock is emotional, WTF, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. Then you don't know what is emotion. This is such a retarded comment, sorry, but emotion is a word that is defined for me as when you feel emotional about something and you feel strong feelings towards something. They don't have to be like it doesn't have to be like music, like a ballad or whatever. It can be whatever the person defines it as. If I think rock's emotional for me, it doesn't have to be the kind of emotional that comes from like a love song or whatever. It can be whatever the fuck I want to call emotion. So honestly, I get to make my definition of emotion, not you. So it's a pretty retarded comment. Thanks for the answer. It's good to see commentary to respond to you. Blah blah blah. Okay, thank you. Thanks for the tips, man. I meant, what is the first game you remember playing? Okay, yeah. Okay, never mind. Have you ever watched Kenan and Kel? This is by Dog. No, I don't even know what that is. Sorry. Do you like a song called Lose Yourself by Eminem? P.S. Do you like Lost? Actually, I've wanted to watch Lost for a while, but I haven't really gotten around to it. So I can't tell you if I like it or not. Also, Eminem, of course I know of Eminem, I've heard a couple songs of him, but the way me and music works is that I don't remember songs by their title, I mostly remember them by what they sound like. So I'm guessing I've heard the song and I like it, I generally like Eminem, but I don't know the title of the song, so that title doesn't tell me anything. If you would play the song back to me, I'd probably know it. That's kind of how I work. Do you do any sports? Okay, I don't really do any sports. It's not like I think sports are an abomination or anything, and I try to avoid doing them. I just don't actively practice any like organized sport or anything, simply because I notice I say simply because a lot. I'll try to stop doing that, because I think I don't like the whole mentality sometimes for organized sport. That you have to be there, and you have to be with the team, and it's all also melodramatic. I'm not a big fan of organized sport, personally. I'm also not a big fan of watching sports, but I don't really do any sports regularly, if that's your question. Rap cores like Linkin Park. Yeah, that was just a. Why don't you download Grand Theft Auto San Andreas? This is also by Dog. Now, I believe I answered this in the previous part, but the reason I don't download Grand Theft Auto San Andreas is I think it's not ethical to do so. I don't think it's right to download a game that's a game that you didn't pay for, even though it's only $5 or whatever online. I don't think it's right to download it, and I won't do it simply because I don't think it's right. And sometimes I do have exceptions to that ethical code. I think people should do, within the realms of acceptability, people should do what they think is right. And if they don't think pirating software is wrong, then I think they should do it, but within the realms of acceptable. Like for example, Sony Vegas Pro costs like $600, and I think that's a ridiculous price. No one pays for that software. I mean, even if they get like a couple sales, they'd still make, you know, by a couple sales I mean a couple thousand. They still make money with that software. I'm telling you, probably about 50% of or more of people that have bought that software have not paid for it. Like all those editors and stuff like do tutorials about it, they've not bought the software. They keygained it and torrented it. So basically, that's what I think about Sony Vegas Pro. And also, like, if you want to do a LAN party and you don't want to make your like you say you want to do a LAN party with Counter-Strike 1.6 and you say, okay, everyone come to the party, but you have to buy this game. But I think it's kind of lame, like making people buy a game to come to your LAN party. So I think, and that's in certain situations, I think is ethically correct, or not ethically correct, but not ethically incorrect. So kind of in a gray area to pirate stuff. Okay, that's basically why. I don't know. Why do you live in Germany? I've lived in, first of all, I want to give you a little backstory here. I've lived in Germany for 10 years, since or actually 11 now. Since 2000 I've lived in Germany. And when I moved to Germany, I don't really remember moving to Germany. I was in that age, I was like 6 or so when I moved to Germany, and I honestly don't really remember too much about it. But my parents tell me that they moved because my dad, his company gave him a position here, and I think it was evidently a quite reasonable pay increase or whatever, and that's why they moved here. And it was supposed to be a temporary position. Like the company paid for the move, the company paid for a lot of things, you know, regarding the transition from U.S. to Germany. You know, a lot of things like the tax, help with calculating taxes. They paid a lot of things and they were quite generous with it, but it was supposed to be like a temporary thing, like a 2-year thing, but then we never really moved away. My parents have been in quite many places. Sometimes because of my dad's job, sometimes not. My mom's more like a freelancer. She's not a housewife by any means. She works too, but she's more of like a jumping from company to company, and she's kind of more like a freelancer. So they've been to many places, including they've lived in Africa. So yeah, that's why I've been in Germany. It's a long answer. Yes, Flyboy says, thanks for the tips, man, and it meant, what is the first, oh, okay, I already looked at that one. Okay, so basically that was the questions and, answers for the answer to your questions part 1, the questions that were posted there. If you want to see the questions that were actually posted on the questions page, I will get to that in the next part. Thanks for watching.